Hi, I'm Kerry Neymanny, president of Neymanny Sports and Entertainment, Inc., and what you just saw were highlights from our new show called Micro Reality Thunder, the ultimate stock car racing TV game show. And at this time, I'd like to explain the concept behind Micro Reality Thunder. Take NASCAR, the fastest growing motorsport in America today, and combine it with the game show mania that's sweeping the country, and what do you get? A patented motorsport TV game show from Neymanny Sports and Entertainment, Inc. called Micro Reality Thunder, the ultimate stock car racing game show. It gives the average guy off the street the chance to race a big-name sponsored stock car for fame and fortune. It's a show that gives sponsors considerably more bang for their advertising buck. Micro Reality Thunder gives them the benefit of an exciting 30 minutes of brand name exposure that makes stock car racing sponsorship such a great advertising value. Instead of just a 30 or 60-second commercial buried somewhere in rotation, plus it's a way for the advertisers to beat the remote. Here's how Micro Reality Thunder works. You will see a track, 6 cars, 6 contestant drivers, 1 host, and 7 sponsors. The track you see in the conceptual drawing is 28 feet long by 16 feet wide. The track can be set up to make 6 different track configurations. The track also has a sensor wire at the start-finish line for automated scoring. The cars are huge, 1/10 scale remote controlled, over 20 inches long, 9 inches wide, 4.5 inches in height. They're electric and equipped with transponders for lap counting. The cars can be equipped with a small in-car camera so you get a perspective of what it'd be like in the car. The cars are controlled by the contestant driver from the racing podiums. Each contestant driver will have a steering wheel to drive with and a shifter for forward, neutral, and reverse. The further you push the shifter forward, the faster your car goes. Hit the wall, no problem. Just put the car in reverse, back up, and you're back in the race. The cars are extremely durable. The 6 contestant drivers will be wearing sponsored racing uniforms and caps, as well as their cars being sponsored. One of the 6 contestant drivers could actually be a celebrity or NASCAR driver, such as Jeff Gordon, Dale Jarrett, or Kasey Kahne. The other 5 contestant drivers will be picked from sponsor stores by doing on-premise qualifying with a Micro Reality Motorsports system. The people picked that day will have to win 3 10-lap races. Then their name goes into the hat. Then we select from there to see who will be driving that sponsor's car on the show. They will race 3 different races on the game show, like the Dodge Charger 500. They'll race 50 laps. The Pepsi 400, they'll race 40 laps. And the Pennzoil 300, they'll race 30 laps. The contestant drivers will receive points and prizes for laps led and positions finished, first, second, third, and so on. The contestant driver with the most points at the end of the 3 different races will be the overall points champion of Micro Reality Thunder Cup and will return for the next show. If the celebrity NASCAR driver wins, his money will go to charity. If you ever want to be like Dale Earnhardt Jr. or Jeff Gordon, then this show's for you. The sponsors will be happy to advertise to expand on their NASCAR dollar because they will be getting not just a 30-second commercial, but a whole half hour of advertising, and will be able to get people to the stores by doing on-premise qualifying. This should be a win-win situation for everyone. Thank you for your time and your consideration. In the words of Snoop Dogg,
for shizzle, I cazzizzle.
If the promo is more fly, then you must buy. You are now going to see an episode of the pilot we did locally to prove that it can be done and sponsorship sold. Bear in mind, the demo is not the same quality show we will ultimately produce, and that with proper production and budget, we can take it to that level, like Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune. On with the show and enjoy. Thank you.
The action of racing and the excitement of game shows are about to collide. This is Micro Reality Thunder, the ultimate stock car racing game show, where skills, thrills, and spills are all rolled into one. And now, here's your Micro Reality Thunder host, Dave Reese.
Once again, the Micro Reality Thunder Raceway is clear, but in just a little bit, we'll put 125 laps of competition on this bad boy and hand out a whole lot of cash. Hi everybody, I'm Dave Reef welcoming you to Micro Reality Thunder, the ultimate stock car racing game show. If you missed last week's episode, shame on you. Here's what's on tap once again tonight. We've got 6 qualified drivers who have come to us via qualifying races held throughout central Iowa. It's slam, bam action, and only the best of the best have made their way here. What they'll be doing is piloting 1/10 scale remote-controlled race cars through 3 separate races on 3 separate tracks. The races are the Micro Reality 350 at 35 laps, the Pepsi 400 at 40 laps, and we'll end the night with the Carl Chevrolet 500, a 50-lap race. Now, based on how these guys finish, we will assess a point total to that, as well as hand out a few more bonuses based on how many laps each man leads. When it's all said and done, if you are the high point man, congratulations. You are the champion of the Carl Chevrolet Micro Reality Thunder Cup. Once again, joining me this weekend to call the races, Denny Gravenbauer out of Marshalltown, Iowa. And Denny, last week, we learned to expect the unexpected.
Oh, we sure did, Dave. And just listen to your description. Boy, it sure sounds awful easy. But as we found out last week, it was not quite as easy as some of the competitors had hoped it would be. A little bit of crashing, a little bit of banging. You got to learn to drive. You got to use your heads. You got to use that battery to not take the wear off the battery. You got to stay away from wrecks. And once again, you have to stay away from the inside of the racetrack. If we see that with the second week competitors, we're going to see some fantastic wide open racing for week number 2.
And if you expect to win, you better know how to fill out a deposit slip. We've got sweaty palms across the board. These guys have been chomping at the bit for an entire week. So when we come back, we'll introduce you to these clowns, as well as throw the green flag on the Micro Reality 350. Once again, we have 11 cameras surrounding the Micro Reality Raceway. 2 of those, though, are strapped safely in the cockpit, strapped right behind the windshield of a couple of our Micro Reality racers, as we are back to Micro Reality Thunder, the ultimate stock car racing game show, set to throw the green flag on the Micro Reality 350. Denny, just a moment ago, I referred to our combatants tonight as clowns. That's because we saw their qualifying laps.
Well, we saw their qualifying laps, but I think now it's time to meet our competitors for this week number 2. At the far end over there with a smile on his face and a song in his heart, driving the Carl Chevrolet car number 3. And you come to us with quite a little kind of a different nickname. Dan Brinkman will be piloting that car. Dan, welcome.
Hello. Yeah, my friends call me DD or
DD.
Dangerous Dan, just because of my snowmobile racing expertise. So hopefully I won't have to show these other clowns what my racing expertise is.
Okay, Dangerous Dan. He'll be starting from in that Carl Chevrolet car number 3. And beside him, we got a guy that he'll be driving the Pepsi car number 24, Dan Little. And Dan, you got a little, we got competition up here, but you got another objective for being here at this Micro Reality Thunder.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I parked my old roommate Mark there, parked his car in what you could probably consider to be a small pond, and so I can expect a grudge match on this
Parked his car in a small pond?
Yeah, road construction accident, it was raining.
Yeah,
big mess.
We've got enough details.
I'd love to read the police report on that one. And coming up, our next driver in the far corner down there, as they referred to as the clowns, he'll be driving the 92.5 KJJY car, none other than Danger Boy. Danger Boy, glad to have you, and not only competing against these other drivers, but also for a goodwill cause.
Oh yes, I am playing for the KJJY Million Penny Drive for Special Olympics.
And I understand this is always something that you've wanted to grow up to be.
Dream come true for me today, I'll tell you. I was just a young lad, and my parents...
We'll go into this before. The Danger Boy driving the KJJY car.
Well, if Danger Boy's not the prohibitive favorite, the guy next to him probably is. This is Dan Swank out of Des Moines, ex-race car driver. You going to be able to use some of them skills out here, do you think?
Well, I'll sure try. Try to keep out of the battle of the roommates and run into Danger Boy and see if we can get the 66 into victory lane.
You are sandwiched right between them, because next to you is Mark Weaver from Des Moines. That is Dan Little's, well, ex-roommate. We use that term loosely, don't we? Ex-roommate?
Yeah, ex-roommate. It wasn't a little mishap. It was a nice little 5.0 Mustang into a nice little pond of 5 feet water covering the car. So,
oops.
He still says it's not his fault, but we'll leave that up to the police report.
Our final competitor from Des Moines, Rodell Twazin. He comes to us with a love of remote control cars, so this is right up your alley.
Oh, yeah. I get to come out here and race and have a chance to win some money and maybe take somebody out. Kidding.
Ooh, take somebody out. I don't think for lunch either.
These guys aren't too hungry, are they? Well, Denny, let's quickly set the lineups for our grudge match Micro Reality 350.
That's right. You're gonna watch the wording on that, but we'll see how this thing shakes down. Okay, we'll start him out on the pole position. That'll be Dan Swank driving the Linux car number 66. He'll start alongside the Pepsi 24 of Dan Little.
Inside of row number 2 in the Carl Chevrolet number 3 will be Dan Brinkman. To his outside, Danger Boy in that KJJY 92.5.
We go back to the third row. We're starting on the inside. It'll be the Mountain Dew car number 19 of Mark Weaver, alongside the Thunder car number 7 of Rodell Toisin.
Well, it is Micro Reality 350 time, and it's now time to turn our attention to our chief starter tonight, racing Ron Davis, our official, our flagman. He's set to turn him loose. 35 laps of racing. Game on!
We are underway. Week number 2.
Game over if you're the 24 car.
Week number 2 is the Linux 66 out in front. Oh, trouble right off the start.
Down.
Upside down over there in turn 1.
That's Dan Swank. Good thing that happened early in the race, Dan. Otherwise, it could be a long road to hoe for you.
All right, our attention turned now to the Mountain Dew flag stand. Ron Davis going to send him loose and turn him back to green. Back underway is the KJJY car kind of falling back as the 19, the Mountain Dew car, holding on to that lead.
Oh, Weaver gets spun out there. Look at him back his way.
Oh,
smack into that Carl car.
Over that. That looked like a hockey move, didn't it? KJJY car, 7 laps down.
Into this race?
Yeah, or 7 laps into the race. He is the leader of this one. The intensity on these drivers' faces. Good side-by-side racing there with the Carls and the Linux car. Trouble on turn 1, and we got them all stacked up.
Oh, Danger Boy, see if he can gather it back in and hold on to that race lead. This was his dream, Denny. He wanted to be here.
He is here, and right now he is on his way. The Pepsi car.
Oh, he's holed up in the corner. He's held up in the corner, but he gets it gathered back up.
Hey, this would be a big win for charity also, if Danger Boy could pick this win up. Your battle for the top spot with 15 laps in the books. The KJJY car, the leader. The Mountain Dew car in that second spot, and they're only feet apart out there on the raceway.
That's Danger Boy and Mark Weaver going after it. What they're battling out for points. 60 points will go to the winner. 50 to second, 40 to third, and on down the road. Give you a point for every lap you've led as we've got 20 laps down. Remember, points are important if you want to win the $5,000.
You got to win and accumulate those points, as you said, Dave, and it is the KJJY car, the leader. We got 20 laps down, 15 to go.
Oh.
Good move there by the Mountain Dew car. 3 wide coming down the front straightaway.
They're shucking and jiving. Oh, it's a 66 gets turned around. We've got cars every which